Deleani Sensuella, bless the essence for the essence blesses. Psychic trauma here, hashtag living the stream. What's up, y'all? Amazing awesomenicity, psychic trauma, motherfuckers. Let's get this stream going. Cook some dinner in the crock pot, pressure cooker thingy. Yeah, we can turn that off. Oh, so we did a little thing when oh, that's not good. President of White House Gov. Temporary problem delivering your message to President at whitehouse.gov. Oh, well. Yeah. Well, we do have a plan, don't we? So the cop app, the facial recognition. Hey, what's up? Daily Anus Sentiola, K-Dog. Daily Sentiella, Jesse Moore. How are you? I cooked some dinner. It's pork chops, asparagus, onion, a jalapeno, and some lemon. I did not put any salt with it. So, and now I put it in the oven to bake. And I put some, what do you call that? Some salsa from Casa Bonita. The Casa Bonita salsa is nothing special about. So yeah, we'll put that on live chat. We will pin the message. I might do a tantric massage with some chick for $600. That do you have to wear a condom? So we will mute that. The Casa Bonita salsa I got free from a food bank I went to. And yeah, so here we are. So it looks like my subscribership goes up and down. Oh, wow. Well, let's eat some food and watch some Amazon Prime Next Level, or Secret Level. I think it's pretty cool. Pork chop and asparagus. Oh, hello. So, tastes really good, this asparagus. What's for dinner? Well, this is the asparagus. I put asparagus. I sliced up 2 onions, then 1 jalapeno. Then I put lemon, an actual lemon. I peeled it. I took out all the seeds, and sliced the asparagus ends. No condom, full and naked, full body massage. Is it worth the $600? I mean, like, well, you get to plug every one of her holes. That's why I'm asking you. Well, do you get to like boner jam each one of her dominant orifices? I mean, that's the real question, right? Or is it just just a hand job? Yeah. So the dinner's actually pretty good. I really don't add salt to what I cook, so most other people are like, "Yeah, I need salt." So yeah, just a massage, no penetration, just a massage. I don't think that'd be worth it. I mean, I went to this Asian massage spot. Was 120 plus a $20 tip for 2 hours, and I didn't even like try to get with a happy ending or anything. I was just like, hey, um, it was still the 2 hour massage was amazing. The sign says 110, but they charge you 120, so it's pretty good. So I had this soda. It has prebiotics, botanicals, and plant fiber. It's called Ridge Rush. It just tastes all right, sweet. Contains 19% juice. Let's see what type of juice it contains. Oli Smart, cassava root fiber, chicory root insulin, Jerusalem artichoke insulin, fucking blah 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 blah. Apple juice concentrate, lime juice concentrate, orange juice concentrate, lemon juice, Himalayan pink salt. Yeah. So, I mean, for $600, how long does the massage last? At least 3 hours? Does it last at least 3 hours? This is the kombucha. It's 2 hours. Oh man, I don't know if I'd pay that much just for a 2 hour massage with no fucking like penetration. I'm having a ridge rush now. Think about this massage. Thinking about the massage. Yeah. It's with a white chick. That's probably why you're paying too much. You should go with an Asian; it'd be at least half off. Um, I'm gonna go check on my food. Ugh. Yeah, we'll say another 15 minutes. Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? Let's read these chats. It's with a white chick. Hey, dudes, Amanda Love, Amanda, Outlaw Kittums. Did you get laid while in prison? Me? No. I did not fuck any of the COs. There's a couple of offers, but those COs will be fucking like 8 to 12 dudes while in prison. All right? Be right back. Got to do a French lesson. Sure. So I can't remember the lady's name, but she was boner jamming some black dudes and some white dudes, and she wanted me to get in on like pulling the train on her. I was like, no. And the white dudes really didn't get like aggro or pissy with me, but the black dude was like, oh my god, bro, what the fuck, or nigga, what the fuck? And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah, so you're doing a French lesson. Isn't that nice? Um, I'm I already took some drowsy enhancement sleeping aids. Um, I took them, I think, around 8 o'clock ish, or eight, yeah, 8 or 8:30. I would like to get to sleep early tonight. If I get to sleep at like 10, 10:30, but I don't think I'll be getting a 10 o'clock bedtime, considering it's 9:30 right now. Temperature outside 27 degrees. Feels like it's 21. So I was thinking about writing a letter and sending that letter to like the city council, the mayor, or dropping it off actually, and dropping it off at what do you call that? The U.S. Marshal's office, um, the police department, and the sheriff's department. Uh, because the app is used to like scan a cop's face and say, who's this cop, their rank, their years in the service, public information. All right. So if they join in on the app and, for lack of a better term, hand over that information to be put into the app itself, it will save the government millions a year. What do you call that? Records requests. Um, fucking man hours, human resource. Do you guys who are doing live turn gay? Do you guys who are doing live turn gay? Some do. They don't have much of a choice. And there's so many fags in prison that they're all about like you can almost get your dick sucked wherever you want for like honestly like $10 in commissary. And like the fags, they gamble a lot, knowing that if they lose, they can just suck off their debt. So I don't know if you guys see that menworry.com. It shows some really awesome hoodies. It shows a Cthulhu Viking hoodie. So yeah, doing that French lesson, huh? So all right, I'm checking on my phone. So I really want this whole Trump administration to pop off. So I think it'd be legit. Any more prison stories about being in the yard? Um, the yard? I don't know. I was considered the most violent person on the yard. I did public displays of fucking wrath, and like so in prison you'll get a lot of these people who are in the gangs. Not a lot, but some of them, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm so hardcore, dude. You don't fuck with me." And they're actually undercover pigs. So it's the undercover pigs that you got to watch out for, dude, because they always think they're hot shit because they know they're not going to be charged with a new crime. And they'll go around talking shit. They'll claim to be leaders of the gang or try to be leaders of the gang, but all it is just fucking, disgusting race trading parasites working for the government, eating off the white man's paycheck like a nig, and copping attitudes with white people and doing what they can to harm white people. And they have no respect for their masters, their gods, and their owners, those that feed their children mouth, as most people in the government have no respect for their masters, their gods, their owners, those that feed their children's mouths. What is up, my dude? E. Wilson. Hello, how are you? So, yeah. I don't know what to say about that, because one, you're not allowed to have a secret police in a free society. Two, why are we wasting our taxes so race traders can commit crime in prison and organize crime in prison? Because remember, two or more is a conspiracy. So, yeah. Hey, let me turn this down. All right, there we go. So, I think it's just disgusting, pathetic, and treasonous to have undercover police activity. Freezing single digits in North Idaho. Yeah, well, we're like 27 degrees, feels like 21 is what it says here. And I'm facing 5 years in state prison. What should I expect? How should I prepare? Is it a maximum of 5 years, or did you already plead guilty? Um, does your state have resentencing laws? Were you found guilty in trial, or did you take a plea bargain? Because, like, I was given a legal sentence each time I got sent to prison. And one of the judges who sent me to prison, Judge Brian Flynn, he got raped to death by the Marines at his breakfast table. So, you know, uh, what do you do when they disobey, right? I mean, tomato, tomato, lessons learned. But obviously, the government really doesn't learn its lesson because their brain was eaten by the fag parasite. It's a 5 years on a plea. Are you actually getting 5 years, or is it up to 5 years? And if you don't mind me asking, what type of crime did you commit for 5 years? I mean, people commit murder and only get 1 or 2 years. There are people who rape and murder a child and only get 7 years. What will my first day be like? Um, you have to go to a diagnostic center and they point you out. So they basically see what type of person you are, and then they'll go and they will give you your points, and then based on how many points you have, the severity of your crime, your criminal record, did you violate probation or parole in the past? Did you violate supervised release? Stuff like that. I gotta go check on my food. All right, so the drowsy assistance meds are kicking in. Can I buy some art? Sure. How much do you want to buy the art for? Wow, this is steaming hot. You can see that steam, right? I normally prefer a lot of money for my artwork, but whatever you get is whatever you get, right? So quit. Um, but I broke into a pharmaceutical warehouse and stole prescription drugs. Man, you're getting 5 years. So does your state have a resentencing law where you could go in and you say that um, I spent this much time in prison. I did all these rehabilitation classes. Can I be resentenced? Now, sometimes you only have like a half a year to a year and a half to do that. So then you'll write a letter to the judge asking for a time extension, a continuance to file your resentencing. Adventures in Cuba. So one of the girls sent me like a Happy New Year thing. Oh man, this drowsiness thing is kicking in pretty good. So I think I should be golden after I eat this. Do I need to stick with the white guys when I get there? Yes. How do I know who to talk to? Well, one, don't trust anybody. Never accept anything for free. Just don't. And like me, people uh, think like I'm some weak bitch, and so then they'll come up and they'll try to like punk me, and they're like, "You owe me this much," and I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's your rent," and I was like, "Well, I'm doubling your rent, so you owe me double this, and you can keep half." And people are like, "Oh, well, we got to go heads, dude," and that means you got to fight and beat each other in the heads. And I just keep smacking people's head against the concrete wall or floor. So yeah, stick to the white guys. They don't accept anything for free. Um, when you get there, everybody will ask to see your paperwork. Um, and they're supposed to have their paperwork also to show you. So when I got to prison, federal prison, I was put in a unit that had 20% cops. People who used to be pigs on the street. And when I heard that, when the lady told me that, I was like, "You fucking kidding me?" She's like, "No." Yeah. And I was like, "So one every five in the unit is a pig." And she's like, "Yeah." Yeah, you're not FOMO, but you gotta watch out for them. So me, like, I was known as one of the most violent prisoners in the country, if not the most violent. Um, so yeah, I'm different. But don't join a gang, okay? And some won't let you join a gang if you don't have at least 6 years. Um, I'm just looking at shit to watch. So in Boston, they arrest on average at least 200 and some odd people, say 200 people a day. Um, I'm just reading this shit. Doge targets the penny. That's always been a thing they've talked about, which I think is stupid. Well, you have time to yourself sometimes, but it's only in a small cell, you know? You can go to the library and read. That's what I did. Went through the law library, looked some stuff up. Oh. So the guards are the worst part of prison. Did you give up the Judy cakes in jail? No. I beat up a lot of people for talking shit. That's for sure. But then again, I was in a unit that was all like 1 out of every 5 was a pig. Oh, so the unit I was in federal prison, the white dude, so they call it your car because it's your race car. All right. So if you're white, you got to hang with the white dudes. Blacks hang with the black. On occasion, they gamble against each other. But just be respectful. You know, that's the main thing. All right. You beat up people, your hands look crippled. As for your unit, sounds like they put you in the protective seg unit. No, federal prison didn't have that. So my hand is currently fucked up. What does it mean when someone says they have the keys? They're one of the leaders. Everybody's going to claim that. And when you first get there, everybody's going to claim they have the keys. And you might get in a fight your first day. But, you know, when I got to federal prison, the rep, because they have representatives for each unit, that, well, you're white, you got a problem, you got to go talk to the rep. If you got to go like file a grievance or something, sometimes the rep wants to be like, oh, what you doing? They're normally pigs or chomos who are ratting. There's this white dude who claimed to be the rep for the white people in the unit. And I was talking to this other dude. I was like, well, aren't you a gang member? He's like, yeah, that dude's not my rep. I'm in a gang. You're not in a gang, so other people think that's your rep. And I was like, fuck no, that's not my rep. Because the dude was a fucking a chomo, a sex offender. And so it's illegal to harm someone based upon being a sex offender. But you can just say self-defense. And the guards, they locked me in with this one dude who's claiming he was the white rep, and this other dude saying he's the other white rep. And one of them, I bit a chunk out of the face. It just ripped open his face. And, I was known for getting violent in prison because I just didn't want to. And I would tell people, I was like, yo, I don't know you. You don't know me. Just leave me alone. And they would be like, oh, man, it's fucking go time, dude. And I was like, all right. And so I beat up some people. And then their homies get pissed off. And, there's so many people who rat and so many undercovers there. It want to fucking be whatever. But as an adopted person, try pulling the trans card. Trans law covers persons that were never respected their entire life and are in a political body not of God. Yeah, okay, so yeah, some states still allow you to do that. I don't know if Trump allows you to do it. But if you go to prison, you could say, I identify as a woman. And then they have to send you to a woman's prison. Yeah. All right. Kenneth, were you a shot caller? I bet you call people joggers. On occasionally, I did. I remember when I got to prison, there's this one dude who used to be a cop here in Denver, Colorado. All right. Um, Big fat black dude, like 6'5". And I was like, dude, you're a fucking pig. Fuck you. He's like, I'm not going to let you talk that way. And he sucker punched me, and then I just fucking floored him, dude. I beat the shit out of them so many times. And when I beat somebody down, I'm actually like trying to twist their neck and injure their vertebrae in their neck and their nerves. So that way it's hard for them to even walk. Did that numerous times. A soul was holding the keys. So was holding, I don't know, what kind of shit is that? What shit is that? The shit where they allow fucking chomos? Because remember, the chomos are always ratting. So the guards take their side. And so a chomo will go rat on somebody and false report and get them sent to a different prison or sent to AGSEG, administrative segregation, also known as solitary confinement. Oh, man. Yep, getting tired. Hi, Kenny. Hey, chat. Hell, Sippy. Hello, Sippy. So, yeah, the stream is about to go on for another 8 minutes because I'm ready to pass the fuck out. So, I always compared prison to like a bunch of race trading, mouthy faggot cowards babysitting those who didn't realize that they could be the babysitter. Because there's no difference in the guard and the prisoner when it comes to criminal activity. The only difference is that the guard's getting paid more and gets away with more crime. That's it. And so, yeah. So you should look up your state's laws and you should find out about resentencing to see if you can be resentenced. So you, when you talk to the judge, talk to him. It's like, are there resentencing laws, Your Honor? If I go into various rehab programs or rehabilitation programs and I graduate, can I be resentenced to a lesser sentence? And you may get a community corrections or a supervised release sentence, or sometimes they chop your sentence down in half. Like I've seen people go in and they're sentenced to like a 6-year sentence, and it's because it's 3 to 6 years, and they took the plea bargain for 6. They go into jail and they do good, and they don't get in a fight and get fucked up and involved in any of the bullshit. And like 6 months later or 18 months later, depending on the laws in your state, they file for a reconsideration. And a reconsideration will resentence you, or resentencing, reconsideration for resentencing. And they go and uh, go before the judge again, or sometimes the judge won't even call them before the court. They'll make a ruling right there through the mail. Like you can write a handwritten letter saying, "Hey, I was wondering if I could get a reconsideration based upon these facts that I haven't had any hot UAs. I'm not gambling. I'm not drinking. I'm not smoking. I'm not toking. I'm not getting involved in any drugs. I'm just kicking it, doing what I can. And if you read any books, write that down. Tell the judge like, well, hey, I read this self-help book on this, and this is what I became educated about. And I believe that my time in prison that I spent so far has shown me that this is not the life for me. That some people here don't care, and if they get out, they're going to go back to committing crime and committing drugs. And you state that you do care. You're not going to go back to committing crime or doing drugs. Oh man, 2 pork chops, some onions. The lemon is good. And so, yeah, that's what goes on in prison. And so the feds, they don't do resentencing, all right? They're not allowed to. Once they sentence you, you're sentenced to your sentence. Unless you decide to be a public informant and you start just, or private, confidential informant, and you go and you say, well, hey, I heard this guy did this crime. I'm willing to testify against him to get a resentence. So yeah, the only way you get time off in prison or from prison, from your sentence in the feds, you have to rat shit out, or you have to work with them, which means you actually are being employed. Now, lots of people, I met several people in prison, like this one dude I met, don't remember his name. He went on the Colorado Springs to sell a gun, trade a gun for drugs. It was a sting operation because the dude, it was the one of the bases in Colorado Springs, or the Air Force Academy itself. Um, the person, the military person, he got caught with drugs and guns, and so he was like, "Well, hey, I can rat out these people." So he did, and he set up this kid who was like 20 or 21, who claimed to be an Iraqi or an Afghani vet, and he did his 1 year and then came back to America and just got involved in drugs and guns because he had his unlimited welfare check. So the feds, they offer him a chance. They're like, well, hey, we will employ you to be a fed, which means while you're in prison, you will make money. We'll give you this light sentence of like 3 years and or 5 or whatever, but the entire time you have to rat people out. And then when you get out, we can further employ you, or we can choose to terminate the employment. Not sure how things will be now that Trump is declaring 2 genders only. There's actually 3. Yeah, male, female, mutantard. So that's what's going on there. I'm so sick and fucking tired of people of blood-born parents in jail sniveling crybabies. I'm adopted, and they cannot wait to let us out because we're so unwanted. To jail, to prison, all of them. Yeah, don't even want us either, just like our blood family. So, anyways, if you have any medical issues, you want to try to push every medical issue, even if it's physical or psychological, emotional. You put that in there, and you tell that to the judge, because it may backfire. Because one thing is that you could be sent to a prison where it's a medical facility and everybody's on meds. And you won't be sent to a prison where you're healthy, where they make people work for the government and they make money off of them. But if you claim the mental health or physical health one, you may not be allowed out of you may not be allowed to a lower security prison, because some prisoners have like a 3 to 7 year sentence, and they go get a job at McDonald's or Panera Bread or anywhere, and they only make like the government takes $5 an hour, so they only make $2.25 an hour for federal minimum wage. Intersection, aka her stupid ass phone. Okay, so um, these are things you want to discuss with your lawyer and maybe even the judge. And because the judge will ask you, is there anything you have to say? And then you have to apologize for whatever you did, and we'll be like, well, Your Honor, these were the things that were going on in my life. So if you were going through a divorce or some hardship, a parent died, COVID destroyed everything in your life, your wife cheated on you, any of those, you want to bring up and say, Your Honor, this is why I did it. All right. I didn't do it to harm people. I didn't do it to uh, uh, interfere with society. I did it because at the time I was lost in my life, and I started getting involved in drugs, and I'm no longer involved in drugs. And Your Honor, I place my life upon the mercy of the court and beg and plead with the court um, to a lighter sentence, or at least a reconsideration. Granted, I pass various classes in prison. Um, so, uh, like I had to take these dumbass drug classes in prison. It's called ARP, Addiction Recovery Program. And they're fucking worthless, dude. You go there, and sometimes the person has taken it 3 times. So the guards, again, are the worst part of prison. They'll turn the other way. They'll tell other prisoners to attack you, rape and murder you, and they won't get prosecuted. Um, Sometimes they do, especially by the feds. So, because I've met people who were federal corrections officers who were in prison, and they're like, "Yeah, I told these people it was okay to go harm that person. That person got harmed. He contacted his family out on the streets." And the family on the street started filing reports and complaints and contacting Congress people, their senator states, their local state government, such as their state's representative or their state senator, and they also contacted their federal representative and their federal senator. You couldn't prove that class, but you tell them you can work at farm. Yeah, that too. So you can ask the judge, like, well, hey, Your Honor, if I go to one of these work camps, can I get a lighter sentence? And sometimes the work camps give you day for day that you go out and work. So if you go out and work one day, you get an extra day off. I did that. I was on a thing called Trails Crew, and we camped outside 4 nights, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We came back Friday, and we were on the yard Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday morning we would leave again. So, and we had pickaxes, shrub knives, all sorts of shit. And so, yeah, sippy hero shit means plant crops, run animals, and no pipes for water distribution. But anyways, justice is honor, truth and integrity. Very few have these. So, um, you just got to be honest and say that what led up to all this stuff, and have it written down too, so that way you can read it to the judge and constantly say that you are begging for to the court. Because I remember I said, Your Honor, um, the defendant begs and pleads with the court for something. I can't remember what the fuck I said. And they're like, "Oh my God, you said beg and plead." And this one court clerk was like, "Well, you're not on your knees. It's not begging." And then the judge told her, "Shut the fuck up. This is him begging." Um, I don't even remember what the fuck I said to the judge because it was fucking, the judge kept calling me a blue-eyed nigger. But that was my time in prison. Other people, you know, they were in prison for way worse and got way less time. So, uh, yeah, you just got to talk with your lawyer about sentencing and how it's going to work out and do all this shit. Break it down. You work on water for plants. Animals' habitat depends on shade from trees planted, and watch the posers act like they care. Yeah, that too. It's like 10:05, so I gotta go. Dude, I feel like a piss and a shit's coming on, dude. I feel kind of drowsy, but I feel that maybe the drowsy thing wore off. So, and you also got to put in there, Your Honor, I have no intentions on harming myself. I have no intentions on harming others, even though I know that by my actions I harm my family because I'm going to be taken away from them. I committed a illegal activity that interfered with people receiving their medication. And I apologize, not just to the court, I apologize to my family, the victims, and myself. Because if I don't apologize to myself, then how can I accept myself and how will I know to do right over wrong? And the first step to recognizing right over wrong is to apologize to everyone, including myself. And if the judge asks you any questions, just say, Your Honor, I do recognize that a crime has been committed. And I do recognize that I'm basically putting others in a position to suffer. And I don't want them to suffer. And I believe that I can be put back out in society with a good job. Because remember, I was on supervised release for the feds and for the state. So my state one, I graduated all my classes, and I had an apartment. I was living somewhere, had a phone, had a job. My PO can contact me with ease, but she was just out to get me, and she ordered I stay in a homeless shelter, and I was like, no. And so then I got a 6 month turnaround. When I was talking with the parole board was like, Mr. Wheeler, we don't give a fuck if you get hot UAs. We don't give a fuck if you get misdemeanors. We don't give a fuck if you get petty offenses. As long as you're not convicted of another felony, we will not send you back. All right. Getting all RuPaul. Gotta love yourself first. You know, another till you love yourself. Yeah. And sometimes there's no way of acknowledging that you harmed others until you acknowledge that you harmed yourself. So, yeah, good luck. Prison is a real shitty place. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh, fuck, dude. It's like 10:08 p.m. I feel kind of drowsy, but at the same time, I feel like that sleeping aid is wearing off. I took it at 8. It says take a half hour before you go to bed. Um, Temperature outside. It's 27, but it feels like 19. So good to see you live, Kenny. Been a while. Take care. Stay well. You too. I gotta go take a shit. I'll be right back. What? Oh, yeah, I just had to take a piss. Uh, Keep streaming by for now. Later, brother from another mother. Thank you, Dream. PH is going to be Joey. Why? He's the king of the toilet. Yeah, so I'm going to plug this phone in and go lay in bed. Sometimes I toss and turn for hours, and then eventually I'll get to sleep. So tomorrow's Friday. Wake up, write a letter to see if the state government and the city government would like to provide their records of who's a police officer, any accommodations, complaints, um, how many years in the service, their rank, and what department they're with. And I believe that will save the state government millions of dollars and thousands of employee hours. Oh, yeah. So you're doing wall sits. Good for you. I cannot do wall sits right now. Um, yeah, I just ate 2 plates of food. I'm feeling a little woozy and drowsy, but that could probably easily be wearing off from all the food I just ate. And I was supposed to be to bed. I wanted to be in bed at like 9 or 9:30 because I took the sleeping aid at 8 p.m. Yeah, so I'm actually going to call this, right? This. Everybody in YouTube land. I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll probably do a live stream from downtown to see what's going on, but it's going to be cold as fuck. So everybody in YouTube land, stay warm if you need to stay warm. Stay cool if you need to stay cool. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay sober if you choose sobriety, because I'm currently on sobriety. Peace. Love you. And broadcast. Click.